Crip neighborhoods in Los Angeles County. A Brief History. Raymond Washington, a 15-year-old student at Fremont High School, started what would later become known as the Crips in 1969. After much of the Black Panther power base was eliminated and as other social and political groups became ineffective in Los Angeles, Washington, who was too young to participate in the Panther movement during the 1960s, but absorbed much of the Panther rhetoric of community control of neighborhoods. Baker 1988, p. 28, fashioned his quasi-political organization after the Panthers' militant style by sporting the popular black leather jackets of the time. In addition to emulating the Panther appearance, Washington also admired an older gang that remained active throughout the 1960s called the Avenues, led by Craig and Robert Munson. He decided to name his new quasi-political organization the Baby Avenues, aka Avenue Cribs, to represent a new generation of youths. Washington got together a few other friends near his 78th Street home near Fremont High School. His initial intent was to continue the revolutionary ideology of the 1960s and to act as community leaders and to aggressively protect their local neighborhoods. The revolutionary vision did not endure, and because of immaturity and a lack of leadership, young Raymond Washington and his group never were able to apply their vision of neighborhood protection into a broader progressive strategy. They immediately were met with conflict by other neighborhoods, and slowly from 1969 to 1972 these neighborhood clashes led to murder. Early members of Raymond Washington's East Side crew included L.C. Butler, James, Lil James, Compton, Raymond Cook, Craig Craddock, Greg, Batman, Davis, Elvis Dexter, Mad Dog David, Howard, Vamp, Morrison, Benny, Bulldog, Simpson and Greg Smith. In 1970 in Compton, Raymond recruited Joseph, Salty, LeBlanc, McThomas and Sugar Bear. In 1971 Tookie's West Side crew that became Crips included Donald, Sweetback, Archie, James, Hughes, Cunningham, Thomas Ellis, Melvin Hardy, Erskine, Mad Dog, Jones, Thomas, T-Bone, Ligon, Curtis, Buddha, Morrow, Ricardo, Bub, Sims, and Angelo, Barefoot Pookie, White. After several reprisals by the Walnuts, including being shot, Jim Barnes in the Avalon Gardens joined the Crips for protection, and Michael Christian, before becoming a champion bodybuilder, led the Inglewood Crips. Many of these youth became the neighborhood toughs, and by 1972 had violent clashes with several non-Crip neighborhoods in South LA. In 1972 there were about 8 Crip, which gang grew to about 35 in 1978 according to Louisiana County Probation Department statistics. By 1982, according to Louisiana County Sheriff Deputy Mark Poirier, there were 109 Crips in Louisiana County, and by the late 1990s, StreetGangs.com counted 199 individual Crip gangs active in Louisiana County. Crip growth in Los Angeles has stabilized and even declined in certain areas that are undergoing demographic change, but in other parts of California, the United States and abroad, troubled youth have started copycat Crip gangs of their own. The Crips are not one gang, but an identity that many gangs associate themselves with, and copycat Crip gangs in other cities may fashion themselves by regional cultural indicators that have nothing to do with Los Angeles. Some of the first Crip gangs at Los Angeles included the East Side Crips, Compton Crips, West Side Crips, Avalon Garden Crips, 43rd Street Crips, Harlem Crips, Hoover Crips, Inglewood Crips, and Grundy Crips. I am only starting with LA Crip street gangs. As my shows grow I will start with Blood, Latino, and others. I am on the wave of a new way of understanding your youth.